Hi everyone, it's Kimberly. Have you ever thought about the way that animals are affected by confinement? According to shown in 2016, Blackfish examines circumstances of orcas or killer whales that are held in captivity in parks like SeaWorld. So when we think about SeaWorld, we don't look at how the orcas got there. We are just thinking about how cool it is to be at this park and to see a killer whale, and how cool it is to see them do tricks. Like, you are not thinking about how the orcas were encircled in a same net with their mothers and then ripped away and separated by their mother. You're not thinking about the underlying torture that they faced as a baby. You're not thinking about the psychological or physiological effect that is endured in these orcas that are performing at SeaWorld or like marine parks. You don't think about that. So Tilikum, for example, is this orca who is infamously known. And if you know about how his life was in his first home, which was Sealand of Pacific, and Sealand of Pacific, he attacked a Sealand employee trainer. Well, not trainer, I'm sorry. She was a trainer, I'm sorry. So she was 20, and she accidentally slipped and fell into Tilikum's tank, and there were also two other females in Tilikum's tank, and Tilikum got her into his mouth and repeatedly dragged her around the pool. And then when she was let go out of Tilikum, despite her efforts in trying to get out of the pool, there were two other females who just wouldn't let her get out, so she actually drowned. So she was being held down. Tilikum was not accounted for on autopsies. Daniel Dukes was found lifeless and draped over Tilikum's back, according to Wise in 2016, page 943. And his third death was a very tragic death. It was Dawn Branchew. She was a senior trainer at SeaWorld. She was 40 years old, and Tilikum actually jumped up and grabbed Dawn from behind and was violently thrashing her around the pool, and this resulted in Dawn's autopsy that declared that the violent thrashing motions were so severe that Branchew was partially scalped. She suffered a multitude of injuries, and it included like a lower fractured jaw, and then her partially fractured vertebrae, and then several cracked ribs and a dislocated knee, and I think it was an elbow, and that was Wise 2016, page 943, 944. And so then SeaWorld, of course, they blamed it on Dawn's ponytail as to the reason that Tilikum reached up and grabbed her. But wildlife animals were not made for entertainment, and it's very dangerous for humans to interact with animals that are held in captivity because of the physiological effects, because of the separation. And it's just, SeaWorld is what it is, and it's a fantasy-based theme park. It's not made for wildlife animals. So should orcas be held in confinement? Should they be for show? Should we continue to go to these parks and watch the whales that were separated from their mothers? You decide.